The Sharp Tank. No jumper. Sharpest, coolest podcast in the world. And I wanted to hurry up and get through that because I wanted to know your experience in that right now, bruh. Like, you really seem like you took an experience in right now.
I've been studying you. I've been studying you.
Yeah.
And so I've listened to the sharpest, coolest podcast in the world. So like, I've been listening to that for a minute. Now it's happening across from me live.
It's here.
I'm blessed to be here. I'm fucking terrified. You know, I'm like,
yeah. Man,
I'm scared.
We're gonna get the jitters up off your back here in just a second. All right, brother. You know how I first I gotta say it because she'd be mad at me if I didn't. My cousin, man, she loves you, bro. She loves you. That's how I even discovered your music.
Okay,
she had sent me some of your music, man, and she was like, man, I really like him. And I started liking your music. I said, you know, I'm just sitting there like an innocent bystander. And then I'm like, hold on, I could probably get this dude in for an interview. And that's when I hit you up. And, you know, it was a little riffraff or whatever, just trying to get it together. You know what I'm saying? Because you was on tour, you were doing things.
I didn't check my DMs. I'm not in my DMs. So I didn't know that you could. I just have hundreds, thousands.
Me too.
I'm not trying to keep up with them or nothing.
Yeah.
And then my management was like, yo, you should check your DMs, man. There's a lot going on in there.
Yeah.
I'm like, how? How do I? And they were like, you sort by, like, you can sort by like the most famous people trying to talk to you. I was like, really?
Right.
And so I sorted it in and I was like, all these famous people trying to get at me. I was like, oh shit, I've just been.
You've been oblivious.
Oblivious for like a year and a half, 2 years. You know, and then I just hit you back like, man, my bad.
Because I left a comment. I think that's the smartest thing to do is to leave a comment on something that doesn't got a lot of comments. And you'll get seen. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure you'll see. And you did. And you were like, in capitals, it's you. That's how I heard it. I don't know why I heard it like that. But I heard it like when I read it in that format, like, it's you. I was like, man. And then we linked up from there. And now we're here.
Yeah. Here we are.
Prof.
Yeah.
I didn't even get to say your name yet because we just started.
You said my name right too. I was expecting to be like Prof or Proof or something like that.
No, Prof.
Yeah.
Like I said, man, I got put on to you by my cousin Jody, man. She had showed me some of your music, man.
Jody's a white girl, huh?
No, she's actually a mixed girl.
Oh, okay.
She's black and white. But nonetheless, she loves your music.
Thank you, Jody. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate you. That's nice.
She gonna love that, man.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and let's dive into it, man. I want to know.
Fuck. No. It's like,
let's do it, man.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's do it. Look, man, I just want to know a little bit about you, you know?
Yeah.
And because I'm sure there's a lot of viewers that do know you, but for the ones that don't, that's why we're here, man.
Most people don't know me. Most people don't know me.
Yeah. I see. Let me tell you something. Absolutely.
Nah.
Listen. I mean, the only reason I say that is because I see your. Listen, man. I be seeing your live shows, and they're crowded, they're packed, and people are in tune. They're not just standing around picking boogers out their nose, looking up at the sky, waiting on the next set. Like they're really tuned in to your music, man. And once you start jumping and moving around, I've noticed the crowd moves with you in sync.
I grab them by the throat. There's no time for no bullshit. Like I don't want to waste my time on some like mid-grade shit. I want to do the greatest fucking show ever. So if someone's in the front row just being like, some people, you know, they're like, oh god damn, like I don't want to move, and I'll grab them and be like, what the fuck you doing? If you're in the front row, get the fuck, you know, this is happening right now. Yeah, let's do this. You know, I don't want to waste my time.
You feel like you hop into a different zone when you touch the stage because you seem different from like even on like your social media. Like you don't act nothing like you do when it's showtime. Like I noticed something turns on in you, something clicks.
I'm boring as hell.
Yeah.
Especially on the road most of the time. I'm just trying to fucking recuperate because everybody's waiting for a show for months and months. They bought tickets. They're ready to get drunk. And they want the party of their lives. Because last time I was through LA or San Diego, I did that. Like, I fucking killed it. I'm guaranteed I did. Because I know I step up into the plate like that. So they've been waiting. They're like, they want to get fucked up. They want to, you know, wild out. But I just did that last night and the night before. And the night before. And the night before. The night before. For the last month. And so, like, I just take care of myself. Like, I'll just backstage, I'll be just fucking quiet. I don't like no one back there talking to me. I'm like, none of that shit. And then I warm up the way I like, and then it's go time. Like,
what's your warm-ups like? What do you do? Like, what do you do to get ready for a set like that? Because like I said, man, that's a lot of people to entertain. I've saw some of your shows because they get recorded. You know what I'm saying? I see clips, like, you know, your manager, people, like, they'll catch clips and just, like I said, man, the atmosphere is high level.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not really, people don't know about me on like podcasts or like I'm not a major label. I'm not on the radio. I'm not I've been on this underground shit. But if you see me at shows and like festivals, they're like, who is this dude all build high? Like, who is this Prof kid, or what is this all about? And you see all these kids there, wilding out. It's like, oh, that's because I've been doing this. I've been connecting with crowds for a long time. What the fuck did you just say? Would you ask me?
What?
What was this? What are we talking about? Oh
I
yeah,
was
the routine. Yeah.
Yeah, I was asking, what's your, like, what do you do to get ready for a set?
I take a nap. I fucking sleep. I go back on the bus. I say, hey, look, I'm turning my phone off. Don't fuck with me. I take a nap, and then I wake up, and then I eat some vegetables and shit. Take a vegetable shake, grind it up, just smash it, because I don't be eating, like, I can't eat broccoli or whatever. Like I just chug that shit. And then I start to move around, take a couple shots, fuck around with my DJ Wonka. Shout out Wonka. He had tickets to come here, but then he was like, "Oh, I forgot I double booked myself," and now he's in New York. Fuck you. But so my warm up is pretty chill, and then after the show, like I'll celebrate. I'll have people backstage, and like I'll kick it. Man.
Right, that's live right there, man. To do that, I'm curious to know, because you got high energy. I'm curious to know, like, your upbringing, man. Like, where are you from originally?
I'm from Minneapolis.
Minneapolis.
Yeah, like
Gotta
Minneapolis.
I had to
you
say
have
it
to say it the wrong way.
Mad. Minneapolis.
All right.
But
okay.
I knew you were gonna say something, so I just I want to poke at you like this, like a stress test. You know what I'm saying? So maybe if like I get you to like a high level, certain shit might come out. That's sick, huh?
and then we could have we could put a thumbnail of us about to fight or something. And then be like, you won't believe what happened here. Yeah.
He's messy as shit. What was your upbringing there, man?
It was
Minneapolis.
It was Minneapolis.
I said it right the first.
Yeah.
I said it.
Yeah.
I did. You said it like you had to
when
correct
I came
me.
through the door, Tony and them, like, is his name Tony? Okay, good. I've got his name. He got He said Minneapolis. Anyways. My upbringing is I don't know. I think it's I don't know. Everybody would say that their upbringing is great and fucking nothing like it. Everybody probably thinks they got some shit and took their lumps and everything. So it wasn't boring. You know what I mean? Minneapolis. I was born and bred in Powderhorn, and that's like on the south side, the heart of the whole city. I think on the south side, and just went through some things, man. Family was a little crazy, like how it probably exactly like how you'd expect, just looking at me. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yeah.
Well, then it must have been very fucking odd, because it
was odd.
At it like for him to like just sum it up in that, like, well, just take a look at me.
Look at me, dog.
Like, are them golf shoes?
These are skateboarding shoes, man.
What are those right there? Those are the.
Honestly,
the Lakais?
I was hoping that we wouldn't talk about this. I imagine this. These are like 4 years old, and I just cleaned them off. I was like, I'm gonna wear these.
Hey, man, you did an excellent job cleaning them off.
Thanks.
Back to your upbringing, though, man. Mm-hmm. Like, you felt like it was a normal upbringing, or do you feel like?
No, I think it was not normal, But I don't know. I haven't lived the lives that all these millions and billions of other people have too. They're probably not normal, but it was, Yeah. It was interesting. Yeah.
What did you find? What was interesting about?
Well, I mean, right away, like
a couple things.
Right away, like I was a mistake. My parents have already split, right? And then my dad was like, he was a genius, bipolar. He was a preacher. He was like a nurse. He was a con man. He was smart as fuck, and it was crazy. So he wooed her a little bit. Had one last baby. I'm the fourth. He had all girls, and then he just wanted a boy. We were already splitting up from
how can
the parents.
How can you call that one? Like, I want a boy, so my last one was shoot for it.
He kept fucking my mom, man. But I can't like blame her. He was super charismatic. He could win over anybody, probably just like you. Like, you walk in a crowd, what's up?
Think I can?
Boom.
Think I got it?
Yeah, probably. So that was that dude. He was that dude. He was he was a preacher when he wanted to be. Walked into a congregation. What's up? It's me now. And then he was up there now. He was a rapper. He was just like me. He was a game spitter, like very, very, smart, charismatic, bipolar. Would come home, fuck me up, whoop my ass, like, And there was many years where they were split. My mom and my dad were split apart, and some of my first memories was like real scary with my dad walking around the house and seeing his head through the windows, and my mom like ducking and like he's knocking on the door trying to get his children and shit. It was Section 8 shit. Welfare. in Powderhorn getting by, So yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
I had to be like, I just like how you keep it in good spirits when you explain it. Like, because, bro, you're funny, charismatic yourself, the things that you do, like, and even being able to move the room to hear like that background. Like, man, I came from getting my ass whooped by my parents. I mean, I don't think I understand the sense of tough love, but just beating on your kids, it's a little outlandish.
Well, I don't know. It's I don't know, just trying to see the positive in everything.
Mhm.
And it's just weird to just jump on the mic right away in a podcast and just like sell your losses and prostitute your the hard times right away.
Yeah,
Boom.
right.
Because it seems like a lot of people do that. A lot of rappers do. Man, I'm from
Yeah.
the mud. I got it like this. I got it like that. And I'm like, a lot of people had it worse than me. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I mean,
get
if we
it.
get into like conversation later on and there's some examples or something, like I
Mhm.
might have some crazy jewel or nugget I might drop on you about some fucked up shit, but
Mhm.
I don't know. It's just hard to describe right away what it was like,
Let's jump up to like middle school, high school. What was that like for you, man? Sort of transition.
Okay, all right. So middle school, I've never really talked about middle school. It was a cool program. It was right in the city, near Washburn High School, called at the time Ramsey International Fine Arts Center. It's called something else, but they gave like kids like me and fucking kids not like me, kids from the city, the chance to, like it was everybody had to play the violin or like the drums or something. Like you had to like get an instrument. There
Yeah.
was like some art grants and stuff, and so we were like musical and artistic. And I
Yeah.
think that's where all my
Gifted.
shit started. No, not gifted, man. We were all fucked up. I was climbing underneath the chairs and pushing people over in orchestra and shit.
But gifted nonetheless to be able to even play something like that or do something like that, even just be able to express an art.
I turned out to be gifted. Everybody had. It was shitty. Like everybody had to get an instrument, and a lot of stuff wasn't gifted. But I like made like the top orchestra or whatever just by playing along. I never studied nothing, and I'd be like, ding, 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 ding. and then they came. The teacher came. He's like, okay, and then I'll read this sheet or whatever, like pass to because we want you in like the top thing. And I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know how to do this. And he was like, what? You don't know how to? I was like, I don't know how to read music. I don't know any of that. He was. You did this all by ear? You can play all these songs by ear, and you're just fucking around the whole time? I'm like, yeah. So he was like, wow, that's incredible. We're not going to take you, but that's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you could say probably around then was when you started even looking at music
Yeah.
as maybe just even an outlet to express yourself. Maybe at the time, maybe not to make any money.
I always had to do art though. I always had to do art because it was painful. Life was painful, and it was like my outlet. Everybody else I knew that was around me who didn't do art was like, fucking stealing bikes and shit. And I was too scared for that shit. Like I wasn't. My neighborhood was rough, and you look up like Powderhorn in the '90s and shit. It was called Murderinapolis, maybe Indianapolis style,
Yeah.
but it was nasty and like and I always wanted a smart way out of that, and so it was like, and then I started freestyling around like high school and shit. Everybody was like, you want to do this dirt with me or what's going on? And I was just chose like, I'm just gonna cap on somebody, make some jokes, and then that's how I'm gonna be appreciated and move through all this mess. Yeah.
For the music, were you even messing around with studio time then?
Nah. I mean, I got my knowledge base and like the overall base and heard a lot of music in middle school. And then when I graduated middle school, 8th grade, I stole a bunch of violins and just smashed them and shit because I was a little hood rat. Like I was like, I'm never playing this again. And that felt bad. And then I didn't do any other music shit. And then I went to high school and I started like freestyling. I was on a track team. And I remember like warming up and we just started freestyling. And I remember I made like an 8-bar. And it all came together perfect while we were jogging or something, warming up. And it didn't exist before. And I was like, ooh, that's godly. Like that's all that creation like felt so good.
Yeah.
So then I was addicted like right there. And then I would just go on all these parties and just get drunk, get high and freestyle and just battle people. And like I did that for like 5-10 years, and was in the battle scene for a while and worked my way up some of those circuits and stuff. And this is like before 8 Mile and shit,
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what we were doing.
You ever did anything like that, like going and like hit some of these battle leagues?
Yeah.
Like some of the ones that they got today?
Yeah, what was that called, Mike? No, that like it was like regional, and I almost made it to the festival in Cincinnati. Yeah, Scribble Jam. I almost made it to Scribble Jam the last year. I don't know if some underground cats might know about it. Scribble Jam is really old and shit, but and then one dude fucking beat me, but and so I didn't get a flight out. But you know, I was making money. I was winning. I was getting bread. Like you know, I was doing these battles and I was getting paid and people knew about me and the people I was with and we were fighting. Like we were in those bars. We were outside.
Yeah.
Getting into fights, like, you know, coming of age, where now it's like, you know, Twitter beef or whatever. Like back then it was, I feel like you, kind of like I'm from the old school. You say that kind of shit. It's like, you know, you had to be right there. You had to be right face to face with someone and see what's going on, you know?
Would you say that, were you taking that, was that like what you were living off of at the time in battle rap, like that battle rap money? Were you living off that? Did you have another job at the time?
No, I worked jobs too. Like I worked construction for my sister's company and I was doing shows I learned that shows, I was like kind of popular, like, you know, so my first couple shows, oh shit, 100 people showed up. Like, that's cool. Not 200 people showed up. So I was doing shows and that was a little bit, I was making more bread off that. I found out pretty early. So I stopped doing that shit. And I was like, if I'm going to write a bunch of raps or, you know, once battle rap, it was freestyle for a long time, but once people started writing things and I started getting beat by people who just came prepared with pages and pages of shit, I was like, man, if I'm going to write pages and pages, I'm going to make music, you know, and I'm going to get paid off that song forever. I'm not just going to come to one battle and just fucking give you fucking, you know, a week of my time. I'd rather write 2 songs.
Yeah. So. Which one do you like the most? Do you like, I mean, I'm sure you like both, but I'm going to ask you, which one do you lean towards more as an artist and understanding the way it works today? Like, do you like show money better or do you like the stream money better? Which one works for you better?
You know, I don't know. You'd have to ask that dude sitting over there. I think it's show money. It's about 50-50 right now.
I mean, I think that's a good question, right? Because it's like, you know, some people, they really lean towards the streams. You know, the streams is what brings in a lot of their revenue. Then there's some people that's like, fuck that. I like to go get hands-on.
No, if you're an artist today, you need to cast a huge net. You need to be selling socks. You need to be selling music videos. You need to be selling streams. You need to be selling earrings. You need to be selling fucking grinders. You need to be selling weed strains. Like, you just can't just like, all right, here's my album. Everybody go buy it now. Like, that's not.
Anything to brand yourself, to get you out there. How did you start your brand? Just Prof, just you, your face standing behind that name.
That started a long time ago. I was by myself, like, wad of money. You know, here's my own T-shirts. You know, and then I would just take it myself, and it's a long time. It's been a long time coming. Damn. So yeah, it's a long story, bro. Like
we got time.
This is gonna be your first 5-hour podcast, man. You guys you got some cocaine on this bitch, man.
We don't have any cocaine, no. Adam. No, I'm just
bleep that.
Yeah, bleep. No, she's not, bro. Rylee's not, bro.
I've probably been in every major city in the country 10 times at least. I could easily sing that Johnny Cash song. I've been everywhere. All those fucking cities, I've been there. Like, I've time traveled. I've moved around, and I've put in work. When I come back home, people have no fucking clue what I've been through and what I've seen. And I've done that 15 times, 20 times. It's crazy.
How does it feel to be on the road for periods of time and having to come back home and try to adjust?
I fucking hate it. Hey, it's like real recognize real though. People who come on the road with you, once you're a road dog and like you know someone else who's done it, you could give a tip of the cap. Like, yeah, you look fucked up. Like you look like you aged 2 years right there in that fucking month. Like, I understand. Like, if you haven't been through it, you don't understand. Like, sometimes you're moving so fast. Boom, 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 wake up, new city, bow, 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 new city, boom, work. And you come home after a month and you're like, damn, this bush has been here the whole time. This tree's just been growing here. Y'all just been sitting still. You've been going to the same job. Like, it's time travel. It's super strange. It's very hard to describe.
What's it like to like even adjust? But my question was leaning more towards the people. When you come back home, your loved ones, you know, shit like that. You know, they want to hang out with you or they want to kick it with you or your chick wants to hang with you.
Don't talk to me for at least a week. Don't talk to me for a week.
If we're being honest.
Yeah.
You know?
Let me fucking chill, man. No, I mean, the more successful I get, this dude would give me 48 hours and he'll start bugging me and ringing me up. But you know, but it's a blessing. You gotta go be on your job. But
would you rather be busy or not be busy? You know, you got to think about that at the end of the day. What do you do to wind down when you come home for that week?
Sleep. I sleep. I stop drinking. And I just sleep. Yeah.
It's got to be crazy, man. It's got to be tough to be on the road, drinking every night because, you want to turn up a little bit. You want to be able to relax. You kind of have to, and it's fucked up because it can definitely turn into a vice.
That's what, man. No, I thank God that I'm not all fucked. Fucked up, but it still could happen. Like I'm still doing it, but it's the most unnatural thing to try and turn up at the end of the night every night. Like most people, they get up, they feel energized, they eat, they drink a cup of coffee, then they do their biggest main thing of the day. They go to work. Da da da. I don't do that shit till fucking 11 or 12 at night.
Right.
Like, and it's not, your circadian rhythm is all fucked up, and you go home and it's like I feel like this is an awful fucking comparison, but like you come home from like I'm a warrior out there, and I come home like I've been overseas like on deployment, and I come home and I'm like. There's no one to fight. There's no huge battle out here, and I'm just calm and still. I feel neutered. I'm like
neutered.
Yeah, I'm like, just drinking at this bar. You feel great, like fuck, man. Like, where's the fight at? Like, where's the show? Where's that big? Yeah. It's a strange.
It's strange.
Yeah.
That's got to be crazy for you. So you say you just sleep. Come home, you just be wanting to really just wind down.
I changed my whole circadian rhythm, like, and I try and get back on to waking up in the morning and shit like that.
But then by the time you do that, you're back on what? The road.
Yeah.
By the time you get back adjusted, I'm sure, right?
Yeah. I mean, I hate adjusting to the road. Like, it gets harder and harder,
Yeah.
But yeah. But at the same time, it gets easier when I'm on a bus and all that. Like. There's been times I'm on the road, I'm in a van, I'm in fucking Boston on a Wednesday, and I've been on the road for a month, and it's a crazy sold out show. It's oversold. I'm in a small ass club. I need to be taken care of better. And there's people wilding out and just getting drunk as fuck and knocking on my van. There's no backstage. I'm trying to piss in a bottle. Like it's not fucking glamorous a lot of the times until you hit the stage. It's glamorous as hell, like
right.
You don't gotta pay me to perform. Like that shit feels good. You gotta pay me to be fucking eat shit for the rest of the days, and then then I get on stage and man, one of the last times I was in Boston, I jumped out in the crowd and just fucking hit this dude right in the stomach. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember.
You just wasn't feeling the T-shirt he had on or something?
No, I think he might have grabbed my mic or something like. Man, there was a few years where I just jumped right out in there and I remember one fight in Detroit. I come on stage. We're in the same basement as 8 Mile. We're like the whole. I'm like, oh, this is like that famous thing, and I got the show. I'm out there. I'm like, what's up? Da da da. It's the first fucking song, and then there's some bombers out there just fight like real big men. Really throwing bows like they're real bombers, and then bow, just blood everywhere. Dude falls down. There's a pile of blood, and I'm like, and that makes me angry. I'm like, doing my fucking shit right in the. I think that's so disrespectful to me, and I just got this anger. I just jump out there like, what am I doing? Like fuck. It's just I'm just reacting. I'm just reacting. Slipping on blood, falling all over the place. First song in.
So you performed with blood on the floor, like you stepping in blood.
Many times. Yeah, I've done it all, man.
Being honest, does that do something to you? Like when you see that, like you experience that, like motherfuckers getting hurt at your shit.
Mm-hmm.
How does that make you feel? Like for real? Like even when you're not a part of it, you see somebody like.
I don't like people
get up the mode.
When people fight, I don't fuck with that. Like, yo, you could easily fight. I've fought. I get it. Like,
yeah.
And I see someone, going up to the front of the crowd, and it's a sold out show, and people have had their spots for hours, and they're just throwing bowls, getting into the front like that, and everybody's going, man, what the fuck, fuck you, da da da, and I'm like, hey, this is gonna be a fight right here.
Yeah.
And they're all methed out or something. I love you. I'm like, you need to fucking get the fuck back. Like, I don't want you kicked out, but you just need to come back from where you came. Like, people, And so there's a fight, and, that usually made me feel angry. But, there's been people having seizures at my shows, fall over, or exhaustion. You see that happening in the festivals and shit like that. And,
it's definitely been going on.
And then, I've always had, like, no problem, like, just stopping shit. Like, hey, give someone up here, like, We
That's
need some
good to
water
know,
and-
man, that
yeah.
you're one of the artists that will actually stop the show if somebody's out there getting hurt. I mean, because we do know some people that just, say the show must go on.
No, there needs to be a good vibe.
Yeah.
There needs to be a good vibe. If there's not a good vibe, like that's why I don't like a fight going on. Like I need everybody together, one soul, one focus. Like
Yeah.
if we all came in this room together to have this crazy time, let's live it up to the fullest. Like one heartbeat, let's connect and go all the way up. And then when all this nasty shit is happening, like I don't like that shit. And so if people are passing out or whatever, that's like not a good vibe. It's like an orgy, It's got to be all the way up. If there's some weirdness, right? No.
It fucks up everything.
Yeah. Then the orgy's over. Oh, I don't like that. No. All right. Let's smoke cigarettes. It's over.
It's over.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, things like that happening on the road and your shows getting known for that type of stuff? Do you feel like that'll hinder the future for you to be getting booked at future shows? If you constantly have that, like if you constantly have that type of riffraff.
I nip that in the bud though. I don't let that happen.
Yeah.
There's been times where I've been kicked out of venues and I've been 86 and like I can't come back to this city because I was fighting with my hype man and backstage blowing up fire extinguishers and
Why
shit.
was you fighting with him? Tell us that story.
He's my best friend. We was just fighting,
Right before a show.
I think it was after the show. Yeah. And I, got 86 from the venue. And
was it a good night?
It was, well, man, nah, we kind of really fought though. Like, yeah, it took a while for us to make up. We usually fight and we make up, you know how it is. But this one was pretty rowdy. And there's a fire extinguisher blew up too at the same time. And like all the furniture, we were really, throwing each other around. I was like, okay, this is, yeah. And then that bled over into the hotel room later on when I saw him, and it was cool. Shout out Roswell. I love you. I love you, Roz. One of my best friends, man. Yeah.
Tell me about because you've told me about the times that Prof can get up and this is your regimen, but tell me about the times that you don't want to get up and you still got to go make a move.
That's 98% of the time.
What you don't enjoy what you do, you don't love what you do. I mean, you go on tour, you rock crowds, sell out crowds.
No, it's a very weird dynamic, man. I used to
you gotta break that dynamic down to me because I'm
okay. Here it is. I mentioned I ran track in high school. I was a freshman in high school. I was fucking paper thin. I was lightning fast. I fucking hated running. Dudes were, man, you're on varsity right away. And everybody's working out and doing all that. I'm not gonna work out. When I'm warming up, I'm freestyling. I'm going out here smoking weed. And I don't like this shit. I don't like running.
Yeah.
I was the shit at that. Like I was beating everybody. What's in there?
Some champagne. Yeah. Some of that Vouv. Would you like somebody?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, that's filled with whiskey, but
yeah,
we got an empty cup.
Yeah, we got.
Oh, there's So I'm not gonna lie, man. I'm one of the best live rap performers in the world. The history of the fucking genre, You
believe in that?
Yes, honestly. And I want to say something at the same time.
Go ahead.
That doesn't make me shit either, because dealing with my ego and I don't like to think that I'm better than people. That's one part of a life with people do millions of things, and that's one thing I'm good at. Yeah. And I just really understand that. I've been around here. I've done this. I go all the way in there. No one performs like me. Go watch me fucking cry go on YouTube and look up Flower Boy and just watch me cry like a little bitch at the end. That's because I go all the way in there, man. I go all the way into the pain. I go all the way up to, like I celebrate. I do all that shit. I'm the best at performing. That's how I made my bread and butter. That's why people come to my shows. I might not be getting a lot of love on the radio or a lot of these podcasts. Maybe it will start with you, but
yeah, I got your back, Drew.
But that's why people come to my shows. That's how people know me. So, but I don't like doing that sometimes. I don't feel like fucking turning up and partying every night. Like that ain't my shit. And that's why people get addicted to substance.
Well, okay. That's why people get addicted to substance. Continue. Brought back to the fucking bull. Bro.
So I'm not trying to be an alcoholic, right? So,
right.
so
He just smashed a whole cup of food, bro. So yeah, you know, bro.
There's a
Donnie, bro.
So on the road, I'll take care of myself, and a lot of times I don't want to do it, but I have to get up. It's self-starting.
Yeah.
It's kind of like people ask me, "What's your inspiration for your live performances and shit?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, Michael fucking Jordan. Like no musical shit.
Right.
It's athletics.
It's athletics.
And get self fucking starting and being like looking at yourself every night and being angry. I have a fire in my belly. I've been angry for fucking 25 years. And, you know, before every night I look at my fucking self and I scream. I'm like, who the fuck is better than you, bitch? Let's fucking ride. You know? And it's really hard to self-start. Who self-starts, really? Who can get up off your ass and do this shit in a world-class manner every night? And I pride myself on that shit. And it sucks. It's hard. And so, you know, every night when I know I go really deep in my shows too. I go down. I turn up, but I go down too. And it's like, man, it's an emotional roller coaster. I'm like, I got to get ready for that every night. So I have to take care of myself, and I have to self-start. I'm thinking about basketball players, like, you know, let down games. Oh shit, you know, this is I'm in fucking Tampa on a Wednesday. It's like, man,
it's got to be.
No, bitch, you're performing. That's the most important thing in the world happening right now. Get the fuck up and show everybody this is world class. This is the best shit that they've ever seen. You know, every fucking time. And so that's what I have to do every night. And so I have to take care of myself, and it's hard to do that every night, you know?
Yeah. It's got to be crazy to because you said like you go through an emotional roller coaster in your you know what I'm saying, your shows. Mm-hmm. It's got to be crazy changing different frequencies like that. You know what I'm saying? Going from different vibes. You know, like you said, I'll be high energy on this one, and this one's kind of like, you know, I'm watching the crowd. The crowd ain't even watching me. Like I'm just kind of, you know, it's just backwards for you sometimes.
But
you know?
Do the same thing. You do the same thing. You turn up with people, but then you ask them, "Hey, what's wrong? What's wrong with you? Why are you like this?" You dig right on in like a fucking annoying ass splinter. Blink, and you hit them right in the forehead. You hit them right in the forehead.
Yeah.
You go right to it.
Yeah.
And I do the same thing live. I'm like, we got to go there. We got to go there. So, and I need to show the people that too. Like this is what it is. And some of those songs still hurt me right now, and they're still going on that I wrote about them. And fuck, I'm drunk. What was in there?
Hey, some fucking booze, man. That's the platinum right there, the Clico. It's good, man. You want some more?
I'm just gonna.
You gonna drink some whiskey?
I'm just gonna drink hard liquor.
This motherfucker funny as shit, bro. It's my dude, bro. I'm just gonna drink hard liquor.
Hey, I just gotta tell you, thank you, man. It's a pleasure being here.
I'm happy to have you here because I'm happy that you're here getting intimate with the fans because I don't really see you get a chance to do that too much other than through your shows and through the music.
No new fans like on your shit. I'm sure I would guess 80% of the people who are watching this video don't know who I am. Maybe more, 90, 95.
Right.
Yeah.
But even for the ones that do, you know, I think that's what's important. Even the ones that don't, that's cool. But I'm saying the ones that do, they're owed this to be able to get intimate with Prof. Because like I said, the only times you're ever getting intimate with your fans is at shows.
I don't do podcasts like that, and I'm sure you know it.
I know that.
I don't do a lot of long format podcasts. So, this is my first long format, you know, podcast or talk in like 5-10 years. Like I don't do this shit.
So this form of intimacy with the fans, I feel like was overdue. You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
You needed to bring this to the light, man.
I agree.
So let's go ahead and let's dive even deeper. How many bitches you done fucked on tour? I'm asking. How many bitches? They like white boys too, man. All races. You probably done had a little bit of everything. Little teriyaki stir fry. Had a little bit of everything in it.
I told you I was nervous and I was scared. And it's like,
how many of them have you? Man, do you have different chicks every night?
No.
I just don't.
And I don't kiss and tell. I don't kiss and tell either.
You know, I hear that shit.
I like what you. A lot of your questions, you just go, nah, I ain't talk about that.
I ain't talking about that.
Yeah, and I respect you for that.
But people try to ask me some real incriminating shit.
Exactly. So you're right there, bro.
I'm not. Hey, but I'm
you're
not
gonna get me in trouble.
You got a wife?
Who knows?
Who knows?
No one knows anything about my private life. Not out there.
Have you? So you?
I
haven't-
have a dog. I've been on the road for a minute now. I've done everything.
Yeah.
I've done everything. Eventually, once my mom dies, I'm writing a tell-all book. Once she's gone,
my mom dies,
she can't know. She can't know all that shit.
Well, hopefully I can get you for an interview then. I heaven forbid.
Years and years and years,
years,
50 years from now.
50, 20 years from now.
Yeah. Look, man.
I love you, Prof. Like bro, you're different. Like what I think is, I hope the fans are like excited, like, cause you're somebody that they need to know, the new ones. They need to know you. And what's dope about you, you're not just a regular bro. Your music is hard.
That's right.
Your music is hard, bro. Like, and I hear the pain in it. I hear where you take it. So to see you kind of laugh, like, and just be happy about certain things.
It's too hard not to laugh. I'm like, what else are you gonna do then?
Yeah.
If everything's so fucking tough, like, why? Like, what else are you gonna do? Laugh at that shit. That's why I'm down with like comedians and shit. And anybody getting canceled saying funny shit, I like them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
What do you do to get yourself out of the gutter when you're feeling low? Yeah, you make other people.
Oh, you talking about
good.
like depression?
People. You talking like depression? He got serious.
I'm in there.
Hey, you should have saw his face. And he's like, what?
What do you mean
depression?
get low? Well,
Wait,
low,
how
like
low
financially low or mentally low?
No,
like,
just
I've been
when
all types of low.
Okay, and we could touch those, but I want to touch where you feel mentally low at times, man. Where not a pat on the back. Hey, Prof, good job is doing it that day.
Yeah, that happens. That happens. Shit.
98% of the time.
Yeah.
I know that's your answer to
happens.
it. That's 98% of the time.
No, honestly, I'm an optimist. That helps.
Okay.
Being thankful helps. Like waking up and just be like, even when everything sucks helps. But I mean, there was a time when it was before some tour that I went on. I was the most depressed I've ever been in my life. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I couldn't identify it or nothing. It was before, I think, the East Coast tour, Mike. When did I call you? I was like, bro, this might not happen. Okay, so we did an East Coast tour for like a month and a half, and all the cities and shit, New York to Florida to Maine and everything back. And I was like, something's fucked up, man.
What was fucked up to you?
I don't know.
Even though you said you couldn't identify it, do you feel like you can identify it today? Like maybe you kind of.
I think it was because once I hit the road, I was good again.
Yeah.
So I think it was just. I think I'm a warrior. Like I'm like a fighter. I'm like a cage fighter. And if I go too long without, working, I'm a workhorse. Like, and if I go too hard without a purpose, and I'm just chilling and I'm just, trying to survive day to day without like a main goal, then I don't have a driving force in my life. Like,
feel like it set your balance off maybe a little bit.
Yeah. Like what's my purpose?
Yeah.
What am I doing here? And when I make art, or when I go on the road, I find my purpose. And so I think, if you separate me, like I paint, I fucking, I do ceramics on the wheel and everything.
Some of the greatest artists battle depression, right?
All of them do. All of them do.
If you really think about it, man.
All of them do.
Even to some of the comedians that we knew, man, fucking that just passed away. Farley, Chris Farley, like, man, funny guy.
Robin Williams.
Man, depression, man.
All of them, yeah.
Like when you start to hear their stories, like, it's like, fuck, this guy made everybody laugh, but deep down inside, he almost, I hate to say, but he hated himself. Like he hated himself. That's got to be a hell of a double mirror.
I imagine you were just talking about me. I was like, he hated himself. I was like, hold up, wait, were you talking about Robin Williams or like Chris Farley? We're talking about me. Hold up. But I think what got me back into it is like creating again. And for me, even if it's a canvas, I start painting. I'm like, to do something that didn't exist a half hour ago, and now you are bringing something into existence in the entire universe, the entire galaxy that didn't exist until you fucking thought about it. And now, poof, there it is. To me, is fucking godly. And that gives me so much fulfillment. Not some short term like, oh, I got high off this. This is great. Last night I went out with the bros, or I got my dick sucked. Like real term, long term fulfillment about making something and contributing to a universe like that. That's what really puts me on the level and fucking sets me straight.
I gotta know, because now that I know, like, your music is inspired, like, from something deep within you, man. Like, I want to know what the big hungry monster that I want to know what that track, what inspired that track. That was your most recent as well.
Yeah.
Saw you doing some weird shit in the woods promoting it. I was like, what is he doing?
You know the funny thing is, I went.
He was standing by a tree and he started pissing. Like you don't see it, but you just hear him as he's promoting he's taking a piss in the woods, talking about, yeah, man, go check out my new track. It should be out. You just hear this psst, and he's really thinking like, yeah, it should be out. Like what inspired, all jokes aside, what inspired that track? Because it's pretty fucking hard, by the way, if I should say so myself.
That track is just anger, you know. I'm like an angry dude. I think overall,
damn, like the way he dodged it, I'm just an angry dude. Like,
yeah. Competitiveness, anger, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Being as good as I am, and then not blowing up in like 15 years, I'll make a motherfucker real fucking angry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, but
that's understandable though.
But the way it happened and the control I have over my company with that man and fucking the men and women in our company and how we built it on like a fucking Midwestern, like, you know, it's true. It's very, very good. And
when you throw all them type of things that you just said into the barrel,
Midwestern
like
man, women,
sound like
fucking
some pimping and all going on.
No, it's that stop house, bitch.
That just sound like some when you mess with the women and the guys in our industry and our company down Midwest. It just sounds like some calamity. We're
gonna smoke it. I'm gonna smoke one of your cools after this interview,
man. Would you like to smoke one now?
No.
You sure?
No. I need a reward.
Look,
I need a reward.
This is what we'll do, right? We'll kind of dim one of the lights, right? We'll kind of put the spotlight straight on you. I'll give you a cigarette.
And we'll do the thumbnails.
Light it up.
Then you grab me and hit.
And I'm gonna ask you questions.
No.
I'm gonna ask you some of those, put you in the hot seat.
You just asked me a question.
And you just take a big ass drag of your cigarette and you kind of I don't know how to answer that, I mean, Rylee will set it up for us right now, bro. They got knobs and all types of shit to turn over there that'll make this whole shit.
How come she
turn
doesn't
in the first 48?
She doesn't look interested at all. You're just on your phone. Isn't this engaging? She's like, this is the most boring. This is the most boring interview that's ever been on No Jumper.
It's not, bro.
Oh, it's not engaging?
It's not the most boringest.
All right.
Prof.
I'm angry. All right, so my inspiration behind Big Angry Monster, and actually, I would say 98.5% of my music, everything I do is because I'm trying to take power back from my dead dad who abused me.
Yeah.
Tune in next week.
What do you say to that? I mean, what am I going to say? Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. There's no words.
You should be like, oh yeah.
That's
the music's fire.
That's positive. That makes it fire. I mean, you took a negative and turned it into a positive, man. I'm
very aware of everything that I do now. I'm an older gentleman. A lot of things I was doing in my 20s was reactive. And it was like I was surviving and everything. And I get a chance to look back and be like, oh, so what happened? Why was that? And basically what it comes down to, I was canceled in 2020.
Why? Why was this?
Fucking
canceled on what?
For less shit that you would say. Yeah, it didn't really pan out. Everything was false. You know what I'm saying? And
what did they cancel you on? What were you on at the time?
It was like some tweets from 2010. That I was live tweeting. It was. I would be embarrassed to say it was it was some super ultra.
Don't crack the door and not open it all the way.
Yeah, whatever.
Come on, brother. Don't.
Honestly, I'm talking to like a pimp over here.
Hey man, hey, ex
pimp. Hey,
congratulations,
man. Hey, dog.
Man,
That's the X plug right there.
Yeah.
Come on, X plug. Hey, we're living our best lives.
Hey, that's an X plug over there.
You don't get to see him. You don't get to see. Okay.
You don't get to see. Yeah,
hey,
I ain't gonna bring up no names,
hands.
but shake each other's hands.
Yeah, congratulate each other. Congratulations. All right. Fuck are we talking about? Oh, so I was doing work, and I'm thinking, I was right in the middle of those riots, those George Floyd riots.
Mm.
That was my neighborhood. It all burned down. It was one of the hardest years of my life, and yeah, huge long story. Maybe get into it when I come back next year, or fucking right now if you want to do a 5-hour podcast.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to break your shit up in segments because I don't think the viewers can like take all of you just in one sitting.
No. 1 inch at a time.
One. Have you ever thought about, honestly, just for shits and giggles off the record, like, well, on the record still, but just sounds cooler to say off the record.
I trust you. I said off the record, hell yeah.
But
I was like, okay.
But I'll say this, like, have you ever thought about like picking up any type of radio podcast?
No, I don't got the voice like you.
It's not about having the voice. It's the mind.
No, you're gonna blow up. It's all you.
I believe it's the mind.
As long as there's people like you, there does not need to be people like me.
Yeah.
You had the voice. I'm not gonna. That's your lane, dog.
As
You're
long as
gonna kill that
people
shit.
like you, it don't need to be people like me because I'm gonna come in and I'm gonna take your job, man, and rap. No, I don't know, Prof. You hard to beat, bruh. I don't know. Like your music, bruh. Listen, like I know people probably could see the appearance and probably be like, "What the fuck?" But if they hear the music, the appearance looks dope.
What did you have to say about my appearance? So are you saying what? So elaborate.
What I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Like if a motherfucker never heard your music, right, and they see you walking up the street, they'd be like, "Who is this goofy looking white guy?"
Let me rob him. Is
but
that
when
what you're saying?
Listen to your music.
Who wants to rob me?
You're not gonna walk up on him with a knife. You're gonna walk up on him. You better have the biggest thing you got in your arsenal.
All right.
It's a difference, and then it makes the shit. Okay, now the clothes are fitting. Now it looks cool. Now it looks like
because he's got confidence to do this dumb shit.
It's swag. You know what I'm saying? Your swag is different.
You're right. I grew this mustache out as a creepy joke, and then it was permanent. Like
as a creepy joke.
Yeah.
Who were you playing this joke on? Who were like, you must have did it for something to play.
No, there's everything, some weird artist shit, some weird shit. Just being an artist and being like, look at this, this is funny. One winter, you know.
One winter.
And it just stuck. It just stuck. You know? What are we talking about?
Everything.
It was something.
We're everywhere.
The inspiration between for Big Hungry Monster.
Big Hungry Monster, man.
Some being angry and whatever. Like, just as a teaser for next time. Like my dad was real fucked up. We got in an argument, burned my house down, fucking at 15. Then I didn't talk to him for years after that. Did a bunch of crazy shit. Like, you know, he was incarcerated and tried to commit suicide and a whole other myriad of tons of different shit. I love this dude because he was so bright and brilliant and happy and engaging for me sometimes. And then with being bipolar, it was like, boom. So we could be having the best time, and then it would be some other shit. And
how'd you adapt to that? Like for real, because you had to at one point. I'm like, damn, this is just my dad.
I didn't. The problem is I didn't. And then when I was 15, we had one big ass argument around the table. It was a circular table in the kitchen on the south side, 32nd and 16th. Bitch, for motherfuckers who don't believe me, where I'm from. Like my family house just got sold last year. 32nd and 16th in 30s on the south side, Powderhorn, riding around the table, trying to avoid my dad. Came to the conclusion, I can't adapt to this. You're fucked up. This was before like mental health and before like diagnosis or anything. He didn't have his help. And so, you know, one of my biggest battles, you know, as an adult, 10, 15 years later is trying to forgive him, but he's fucking dead. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he died since then. So anyways, it's a whole complicated story. And eventually I was like, I can't live like this. I can't adapt to this. We had a big fight. I fucking, you know, ran away. And then 2 hours later, he was in the basement lighting the house on fire, you know, killing the family animals and shit. And so
yeah, he was definitely battling bipolar depression. Like
yes, he was. It came after he died. It came out.
Did he drink with it?
No, he didn't. He was popping pills like a motherfucker. Yeah.
That'll do it too.
Yeah, but he was just trying. He wasn't diagnosed properly, and he didn't get the right help. You know, and so my biggest pain is this dude. You know, so I didn't talk to him for like 5 years, and then I was becoming a man from 15 to 20, growing inches, getting confident, being like, I gotta talk to this dude again. Like,
you're not that tall.
Fuck you mean?
You're not that tall.
Well,
you said you were growing inches.
Take a guess.
You said you were growing up. You probably look like you did when you were 15.
How tall do you think I am?
5'8".
What the fuck?
All right. I just thought I'd throw it off because it got serious. You're right, though. You're not short. Continue.
I'm
You were growing.
I'm 6'1". I'm taller than you.
You were growing inches by an inch.
Yeah.
You motherfucker. He said, yeah.
I'm more. I was referring to like mentally.
Yeah.
I'm
No,
just
but you
playing.
were growing inches. No, I just wanted to lighten it up.
And
that was it.
yeah. Then you know, I always thought there was gonna be a time where I could finally fight him or something like, you know, son eats father, son kills father, father eats son. Like there was that tension, and he fucking died, and there was never that resolution. Before I could, you know, all that pent up energy and all that history that I had with him, it never happened. And so, man, after he died, I was like, you know, my art took off, my rap took off. I just, you know, I needed an outlet. And
Is
so
that what you did with all that pent up anger? Like everything that you would have wanted to say to him, what'd you do with all
I'm
that?
still angry as fuck. I'm in the shower thinking like, God damn, you know, I'm like, he's fucking dead. You know, what does that mean to me? I can't come back to him with any of these questions or any of my frustrations. And you know, my mom told me the other day, I was in the woods. I bought a cabin. I bought land.
That's dope.
And I was crying. I was like, I FaceTimed her. I was like, this is one of the greatest moments in my life, you know. And when you have those incredible moments and he's not there, you know, I don't know if I want to brag to him or if I'll, you know, shove it in his face or I want him to give me praise. I don't know what it was, but I'm calling my mom. I'm like, the best moments, you know, for loved ones who are dead, they're not there anymore. It's the best moments can be your worst. And so I'm talking to her and I'm like, you know, obviously going there. And she's like, look, if he was alive today, it would still be fucked up. You know, like once he died, I finally got rid of my stun gun. You know, like if he was alive, it wouldn't be. She was like, keep him in your dreams and think of him that way. If he was alive, it might not be so romantic. He might not be the dude who you would want to, you know, scale the fucking towers and be the fucking romantic dude and, you know, have it be all concluded and happy ever after. It's not going to be like that. She was like, it's okay that he's gone and just think of him that way. Because if he was here, I'd have my stun gun, you know? Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Do you feel like a piece of you died with?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And I think a piece got born too. All that art,
Damn.
all that rap, like,
damn.
Yeah. It was a crazy fucking moment dropping to my knees like that so early in my life. I think I was 21 or something trying to figure out my shit. He died on a fucking he died on a stationary bike in the YMCA. It's not some street
that's
shit.
not funny, bro, but like
No, I mean like it's man, I like to be funny. I'm you know, you got to laugh at the pain. That's what I do. And
you got a song called Squad Goals, right?
Yeah. Silly as fuck.
What's that mean to you? Squad Goals? Why even make that song?
Opposite of all what we just said, man. Sometimes that struggle music is celebration music just to get the fuck away from that, man. Can we not talk about that for a second? Mm-hmm. And sometimes that's the realest shit. So Squad Goals is just me being like, bitch, whatever. Like, so Squad Goals is a very, very fun song. Fun song, and I'm dressed up as Mr. Rogers, and it's a joke. You've seen this shit. It's stupid.
You got another song, and I think this one was dope because I just like the name of it, Andre the Giant.
That's
hard.
Yeah, you should see that
what
live,
even
man.
made you? Why'd you name it Andre the Giant?
Getting bigger, bitch. I'm a fucking giant. I'm Andre. You know, might burn out early, might die next year, but appreciate it while it's here. I'm getting bigger, man.
Yeah, for ones that don't know who Andre the Giant was one of the biggest wrestlers in the game from back in the day. You know, I know a lot of kids, you know, wrestling doesn't change these days. So, you know, back then, you know, he was with the Hulk Hogans and he was with, you know.
He was slamming Hulk Hogans.
He was slamming Hulk Hogans. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that was definitely that guy, man.
What's that movie he was in? Princess Bride or something?
Who did? What movie?
Andre the Giant. Yeah, Princess Bride. Come on, you got.
I didn't get. I haven't saw
one of the greatest movies of all time.
You want me to lie to you? Yeah, I saw it.
No. Yeah. I just want you to watch it.
I remember
Don't lie to me.
Exactly how it happened too.
Don't lie to me. Just say it.
Yeah. You know what I hate when people say? You want me to? You know what I hate?
Do you know this act? Do you know this guy?
No. You know what I hate when people are like this. Do you like when you're talking to them, right? You're having a conversation with it, and it's not you, but I hate when I'm sitting with people just normally, just out in the world, and they be like this. we're having a conversation. They're like, you want me to be honest with you? Can I be honest with you? Yeah. You should have been. Have you been being
Why
honest?
else would you talk to me?
Why would you say no? But why would you even say that?
Were you lying? Were you lying to me?
Like, do you want me to be honest with you? Can I be honest with you? Like, you should have been being honest with me from the very fucking beginning. There's no need to stop in the middle of the fucking convo, in the thick of the moment, the heart of the moment, to tell me, can I be honest?
That's telling me you might not have been honest in other things we've been talking about.
Yes. What can we expect from Prof, man, like in the next 5 years? Who is he going to evolve into?
Same shit. You can expect a lead single with Redman. What do you think of that? Is that okay that I drop that? we don't
Redman dope, bro.
Yeah, yo,
that's dope.
He yeah. So I did this song with Kevin Gates. I'm sure you heard it.
Yeah, for
Maybe
sure. No, I haven't heard it.
You haven't?
No.
Don't lie to me. Be honest with me. Be honest.
No, I haven't heard it.
All right.
You're right.
So I got some great features.
I just wanted to try you. My bad, bro. No. I wanted to see you catch it, like, and say it to me back. Like, you're on your game today. I just wanted to see if I can catch you. You know, catch a couple bloopers. I think you haven't given them to me. No, I think at all.
You could have the biggest history on. I think you're naturally so equipped and so fast with this shit.
Thank you, bro.
No notes. I haven't seen that. You do not have a fucking card.
No.
You just go out here and just have a really, really good conversation. You ask crazy questions.
Yeah.
You're very fucking smart. So
sometimes I write down the questions because I want to ask it the same way I was thinking it at the time, and I'm like, oh, this is good. I don't want to forget this.
I would do that.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so I can say it the same way I was thinking it, because 2 hours later, 3 hours later, I might get into the studio and, you know, I had some good shit for you. Say, for instance, even though this was organic, it felt good. I knew you were gonna. I wanted this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right when we dapped up, I was like,
I wanted this one. I wanted this one. I knew it was, man, I hit the door. I was like, man, Prof out there, and I saw your bald-headed ass sitting there at the corner. I said, hell yeah. I know it's going to fuck down today, bro. Straight up.
Have you been involved in orgies?
No, I have not.
Never. Okay, so just maybe menages?
I've never been involved in anything like that, bro.
I've never had sex either, man. Cheers.
What the fuck?
I ain't done that either.
Yeah.
Same here.
But for real, like, so you're telling me next 5 years we could just expect some even more crazier shit than you already been doing? It's not gonna be the same.
All right, look, I already have my path set. I know exactly what it is. I'm not gonna sign to a major label. I've turned down major labels. I've been on my shit.
Talk your shit.
I know I have material out a year and a half. I got videos on deck. I got features on deck. Like, you know, so I'm going to get exactly what the fuck I want. I'm going to continue building my company how I want, just like how that dude wants, and be fair to our employees. I'm going to give to charity. And once I get this fuck you money, I'm going to give it all back somewhere else in the hood. So that's what the fuck I'm going to do.
First thing you're going to do with it when you get some.
Well, I mean, I have money. I'm starting to get comfortable, and now I'm starting to feel a calling. I'm starting to feel like, all right, what am I going to do with this now? I don't want to be no fucking billionaire. If I'm a billionaire, that was a failure. I want to give my money away before that shit, you know. So yeah. I got a lot of things in mind, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be very, very successful. I already have it lined up. Like it's in the cards.
Yeah.
There's no denying it. There's nothing anybody can do to stop it. It's just gonna happen, you know. I've done, my whole career has been incremental. Bing, 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 bing. It's never been like, oh shit. When I was 17, I thought I was gonna get signed to Jive. Oh shit, record. Yeah. Oh damn. You know, it's been like this. Bing, bing, bing. And the whole way, I've never taken a step down. The whole way, it's been the slowest come up of any artist I've ever seen in my entire life. Find an artist that's got a slower come up than me or Prof, and let me know, because I like, that's our like favorite thing to do is get drunk and think about it. Haven't fucking figured it out.
Yeah.
But the thing with that is, I have my community, I have my base, I have my solid company, and it's just never gonna go away now. There's nothing you can do about it, and it's like a snowball running away. It's a freight train. Nothing you can do about it. Like, we've already set these plans in motion. The work we've done 6 months ago was gonna come out 8 months from now. Like, and then 8 months from now, I'm going to be doing work for the next 2 years, you know, like, you know how it is. Like, We're
Well,
gonna do it.
Prof is the brand. You know what I'm saying? And I like how you kept yourself separate from you're like, that's my brand. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still me, still a person, I like how you separate the two. Is there anybody that you'd like to shout out, man, before we get out of here?
No.
If this isn't one of the realest motherfucking interviews, bro, that you could have.
Let's smoke a cool. I'm gonna take it. Let's go smoke a cool, man. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Hey,
All right,
man.
get the fuck out of here,
Hey,
man.
The Sharp Tank. No jumper. Sharpest, coolest podcast in the motherfucking world.
Yay.
Hey, Rylee, pull out that Tommy gun for us, man. Hit that bazooka for us. Yeah, that was hard right there.